Hi, I'm Sarah Donchi. It was a really scary start to the day for a neighborhood near Hayward. There was a big explosion there and a fire. That video shared all over social media today. Homes were destroyed and half a dozen people ended up going to the hospital. Some people thought at first that it was an earthquake or that a truck just barreled into a house there. And that doorbell camera video across the street captured the whole thing. That really captures just how intense this was. The Ring camera footage showed the exact moment that an explosion leveled that house and then blew out the windows of homes around it. PG&E reported a possible natural gas leak just before 8 o'clock this morning, but crews apparently went and checked, cleared everything a few minutes later. And then around 9:30, crews were called again, this time for a fire and explosion. This happened on East Llewellyn Boulevard near Mission Boulevard. It's a neighborhood in the unincorporated area of Ashland, just north of Hayward city limits. And you can see a huge debris field from our helicopter earlier. At least 3 canine teams were there searching through all of the debris. The NTSB is also sending a crew to look into this. 3 buildings were destroyed. At least 1 home nearby is damaged. The Red Cross is helping everybody impacted in the neighborhood. And as we said, 6 people went to local hospitals, including Eden Medical Center. Their conditions are not being released tonight. Crews evacuated people from about 20 houses near that explosion, but a number of those evacuees have been able to go back home tonight. Also, still no timeline yet on when Llewellyn Road will reopen. Andrea Nakano has been there all day. She spoke with a neighbor who's worried about 2 of her friends who were hospitalized in the blast.
As you can see, police have put the crime scene tape up. The house that exploded is just down the street there. Alameda County Fire says dogs were brought in to look for any signs of life, but the scene has been cleared. Everyone has been accounted for, but one neighbor tells me she saw 2 of her friends being taken away in an ambulance and hopes they are okay. It was a sound that shook everyone in this neighborhood on Llewellyn Boulevard. Cassandra Bernal wasn't home when it happened, but saw this video.
I was panicking at work. I was literally shaking because I was like, I know them. It hit me more because I was like, I know them. We used to go to family parties with them, and it was just, yeah, so unexpected.
Bernal says a mother lives there with her 2 children and 2 brothers.
We are close to them, and I know that they're in the hospital. That's all I know, and that they were home.
Neighbors say PG&E has been working on a construction project for about the last year on Llewellyn Boulevard. The company says a third-party construction crew damaged an underground gas line around 7:30 Thursday morning. Brittany Maldonado, who captured this video on her security camera, thought something was strange.
We had a PG&E person that was turning off our gas, and we just happened to see them on the camera, and we're like, hey, why are they going to our meter? So we went over, and I was like, hey, what's going on? And like, oh, there was an issue with the road work. We have to turn off your gas. I was like, okay, no problem. Like, do what you gotta do.
She wasn't quite prepared for what happened next.
And not even an hour later, boom. Like, everything shook, things fell. It was like we literally thought there was a car in our living room.
3 buildings were destroyed in the explosion. Many are wondering how this even happened and whether it could have been prevented. The biggest concern, though, for Cassandra is her neighbors.
All we know is that they're in the hospital. I don't know how well they are. My dad has tried to get a hold of them, but they haven't answered my dad.
With some of the power lines down, there is no power to some of the homes on this side of the street. The Red Cross is helping families that have been displaced. The cause of this explosion is still under investigation.
Certainly a lot of people are going to be waiting for answers about exactly how this happened. So we did look into the third-party construction company a bit. Redgwick Construction Company out of Oakland was awarded the contract for this major improvement project on the street. It was called the East Llewellyn Boulevard Project. Our helicopter spotted Redgwick trucks on the scene earlier. Now, according to documents from Alameda County Public Works, it was an $11 million bid for improvements ranging from wider sidewalks to bike lanes and stormwater drainage upgrades. We've reached out to Redgwick for comment on the explosion, but so far we have not heard back.